Good morning. My name is Anton Skeppers, and I'm a chief agricultural economist based here in South Africa. I have had the privilege of traveling to 19 countries in Africa, and I've also had the privilege to work on all aspects of agriculture over the past 41 years. Hopefully, I don't look as old as I have been in the field. My passion as former head of exports of the Department of Agriculture has always been to see Africa trading its way towards prosperity. My goal has always been to assist in particularly our small farmers. But I find the same difficulties whether I'm working in the Gambia, whether I'm working in Ghana or Nigeria or Kenya, where I spent 3 months last year, or down here in the south of Africa. We have the same difficulties. And one of these things is that our people are still stuck in a rut of traditional farming. I want to tell you, if you are serious about agriculture, and I'm speaking specifically here to the youth today, because I find it's the young people that are getting this. Young girls, young guys, you that want to go into agriculture, the key to establishing a proper project is to go for scale. We are fixated with tractors, we're fixated with equipment, and I always put the warning out there. If you're going to be buying tractors and equipment that you should have outsourced, you're going to kill your project and you're going to be stuck with a white elephant. Our proposal is that you rather put the resources and the funding that is available to you, put that into primary production. Grow the scale of your project. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you've heard this before. If you do not plan, you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. We have to put proper business plans together, folks. But you say to me, yes, but my father and mother have been farming on this land for ages. It doesn't matter. You are new blood. You're coming in here with a new thought, with new thinking patterns. You have to plan. You have to look at the cost of production. What's the point of being busy, but you're making no profit? I've seen this so many times. Activity is not profitability. You can be so busy, but you're not making any money. So we've got to look at our costs on the farm. We've got to look at our value adding cost, then our supply chain cost, and then see whether we're actually getting a return on our product. So producing something that's sold does not necessarily mean I'm making money, even if I look like I'm very busy. That's very important. So even if I look like I'm busy, I've got markets screaming for my product, it doesn't mean that you're making money. Make sure that you've got all your costs built in, and you're going to find that you're going to keep coming back to the issue of scale. And if you can't produce enough on your 2 acres, then get other farmers with you and work together. Work together that you've got the scale in production. Now, why is this important? Your market is not going to be prepared to talk to you if you cannot at least provide them for a set period of 6 or 8 months with the product. And that is where the aspects of value adding also come into it. Now, this morning, as part of my introductory session here, which I'm going to do in future in videos and place on these groups on LinkedIn, I want to say this. I'm not going to go into detail today on each one of these aspects. I will do that in the days to come. If you want more information, you can contact me. You'll find my details below. But I want to say this, that if you do not follow the ABC, the basics of agricultural economics in farming, scale, value adding, we are paying the highest transaction costs or the cost of doing business in the world today. So which means if I'm traveling 100 kilometers anywhere in the world, that cost is the highest in Africa. So that means I have to value add. Because if I don't value add, I don't build shelf life. If I don't have shelf life, I can't entertain a contract. If I don't entertain a contract, I can't have long-term logistics costs. Long-term logistics brings the cost down. If you go to a guy and you say to him, I want you to transport my product for 2 or 3 weeks, versus going to the same man and saying to him, I want you to transport my goods for the next 6 months. Which one is going to give you the biggest discount? Of course, yes, this one. the guy that enters into a contract agreement with you over time. And so these become very, very important issues. I don't want these videos to be longer than about 5 minutes, and I'm already over that. But I want to say to you, spend time in making notes on these videos of ours. I do that for free because I love my African farmers. I'm involved all over Africa, but it breaks my heart to see us making the same mistakes over and over again. It is critically important that we observe the important elements of proper economics in agriculture. All right, so there will be videos placed on this group fairly regularly, and I invite you, if you want more clarity, to make contact with us, and we will be happy to walk you through the process and talk you through the process. This is our offering to our African small farmers. Until then, happy trading.